So the three things that I always look at before I reconfigure my floor plan is, the first thing is I always dig into the comparables. I can walk into a house and design the best, most perfect floor plan by ripping everything out and putting it back together. That is possible on almost every type of house. The problem is it comes with a massive cost. And so to come up with the floor plan, the first thing I do is always dig into what the comps are. The comps are going to tell me how many bedrooms there are, how many bathrooms there are, but in addition to, it's going to tell me about the spaces, how big the spaces should be, and what the amenities that the house needs to offer to maybe achieve that high price. Not every 4-bedroom, 2-bath house is going to sell for the same price as a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house in the same area. It can come down to flow, where are the bathrooms located, how big the in-suite bedroom is, or how large the kitchen is, or how small it is. All these things can vary your price dramatically, and it can affect your appraisal and your resale price. So always dig into the comparables. I don't make the floor plan based on what I want. I make it based on what the comps tell me to do. The second thing as I'm walking through a property is I want to make sure I'm not forcing the plan. If I'm walking through a 1,000 square foot house and my comparables were a 1,000 square foot house and they have 4 bedrooms, 2 bath, and I need to add an additional bedroom and bathroom into the plan I'm looking at, I need to make sure that I can do that in a way that has flow throughout the property. Just because you're adding bedrooms and bathrooms doesn't mean you're going to get the same value. So you want to make sure as you're looking at your floor plan, is there flow, is it livable, and is it resellable? Many times if you're adding these things, you can actually negatively impact the property. So you need to make sure that you're looking at your floor plan, the spaces, and do it in the right way. If a house I walk into can't really justify the right flow, then I'm just going with the wrong plan, and I might recomp that house for a 3-bedroom house rather than a 4. And lastly, the thing I'm doing as I'm walking through these properties is, how much reconfiguring do I need to do? When you're laying out a house, or you're putting together your plan, it's really important to me as a renovator that I'm trying to stay inside the structure. And we're going to look at that in a second on an example that we just completed. The reason I say that is, if you stay inside the main structures, that requires less structural work, which means less structural framing, less foundation work, and footings. Those are the expensive things. When you're reframing a house, if you just have to add 2x4s to a wall to create a bedroom, that's actually relatively cheap. You got to hire a framer, they're going to put in their 2x4 walls, they're going to get the electrical, everything in there, drywall it, insulate it, whatever you need to do, it's back together. But if you start moving things around outside the structure, that's where the framing costs can go through the roof. I've seen this happen to many, many investors, including myself, where I start trying to reconfigure too many things around and it blows up my whole framing budget. So always, as you're walking through your property, make sure that the desired plan that you're going to do is workable inside of your budget. If not, increase your budget size dramatically or look for a new plan to operate.